We've been talking all morning about the progress of reopening business and schools, in some cases the lack of. Joining us to break down in real time what the data looks like, USA Facts President Poppy McDonald. Poppy, it's great to have you on the program. We had Steve Ballmer, your founder, on the program just now probably about a month ago when we were talking about the disconnect between where the markets were and where the quote-unquote real economy was. And I wanted to talk and dig into that disconnect for the audience, because I think you have some new data and numbers that put it in some context.
Right. I would say it's still a bit of a mixed bag, but retail sales are now up above pre-pandemic spending. So that's positive. Cases are down. So if we look at comparing July and August, we had 1.4 million new cases in July as compared to 1.9 million, with 31 states in Washington, D.C. reporting cases down. And deaths are up slightly, at 18% above in August as compared to July. So a bit of a mixed bag, but we're starting to see some progress.
So, Poppy, the other piece of this is we've been talking about school reopenings all morning, in large part because Bill de Blasio in New York City has now pushed back the school opening. What does school openings look like in terms of the data that you now have on this, look like around the country? The view, by the way, always was that you needed schools to be open for the economy to really re-engage. And what's so interesting is it seems like the economy has re-engaged even before that's necessarily been the case.
Right. So we're seeing that with the 225 largest public schools, most of kids are going back online. So about 10.5 million of about 16.2 million children, including my own kids in Washington State, who are back online. And so we are seeing things like Dr. Gottlieb talked about with restaurants opening before kids are being allowed to go back in person. I think we're probably most cautious when it comes to our youngest children, but certainly a discrepancy there.
Are you of the view that this school piece, which is so interesting, that actually if more kids were able to go to school, the economy would do even better than where we are, given some of like the retail numbers that you were alluding to before?
That's a great question. Typically, what we do at USA Facts is we give people and empower them with the data and allow them to make their own decisions. And so you've got kids going back online, and you see that the retail sales are back up. And a lot of that spending is happening less in restaurants or in services, and it's happening more in people who are buying things to enjoy the outdoors or in food sales, right? So how that will be impacted by kids going back to school, we want Americans to look and say, is that the right decision? And we want you to be able to look by states and see, how does the decision in my state compare to others?
Poppy, maybe this is a bit of a meta question, but in an age of misinformation, and you're looking at Facebook and Twitter putting in these policies around misinformation, there's real questions about whether people believe the veracity of information. Your whole effort, your whole enterprise is about trying to put down the facts so that people can see what's going on. But how concerned are you about the fact that people don't believe the facts?
Definitely very concerned. I mean, USA Facts started because we knew it was hard for people to get access to trusted information. And we did our State of the Facts poll in 2019 with the Associated Press and NORC, and we asked people about their trust in local news, in cable news, in radio, as well as in social media. And we found that 54%, the majority, said that they go to social media at least once a day to get information, but only 11% actually trust that platform. So that was the biggest gap in terms of trust versus use, was in social media. And at USA Facts, we believe the facts deserve to be heard, and that's why we've become a destination where people can go and see by the numbers. We're a nonpartisan, not-for-profit organization that want to make that data accessible.